I haven't been
Oh my
able to
God.
have that. I haven't been able to do that yet.
B-Dirt, I put it with the surround sound in the house, like with all the speakers and all. Man, hey, listen, man. Scarface might be the best dude that's been out Tiny Desk ever, in my opinion. Look at Bad. What's going on, Bad? Yeah. Hey, Pay, I'm telling you, who done had a better one? Tell me who's had a better Tiny Desk.
I mean, Usher had a great Tiny Desk.
Hey, man.
Mac Miller had a really good one.
Yes, he
Mac
did.
had a really good one, too.
Yes, he did.
I wasn't a big fan of the Juvenile Tiny Desk, but let's see. Maxwell had a great Tiny Desk.
The Roots did, too. The Roots had a good one.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
I want to be able to watch that, like you said, surround sound. I haven't been able to I knew it was hype, though, because I don't get a whole lot shared to me by your brother. Yeah. So when Mod threw that at me on a text straight to me with not a group text, I was like, oh, this must be dope. So at that point, I was like, gotta have the right musical layout for me to listen to this. I'm not gonna listen to it in BS.
I watched it twice on the once on the computer, once on the phone, and I watched it in the surround sound. And the music completely changes with the surround sound. When I'm telling you, you can hear every instrument. Oh man. And I didn't know he could play guitar. I didn't know. I had no clue he could play guitar. And he was killing it. He was killing it, man.
At what point in time are we going to address Pay?
I don't know. Hey, so listen, I got to tell the chat fam, listen. It's our ugly Christmas shirt, ugly Christmas sweater, ugly whatever. And we had a contest tonight with the homies to see who was going to win. Man, Pay, listen, I'm out here. I'm grumpy with the blue and the B-Dirt over there killing them with the lights and the pizza Christmas hat with the Cincinnati Bengals. But Pay, you have a whole freaking Christmas tree on, man. That is unbelievable. That is one of the greatest outfits I've ever seen in my whole life, man. In my whole life.
When he started putting it on, I thought, is this a Gumby outfit? And all of a sudden, there's lights and garland, the whole nine.
Hey, man. Listen, we're going to let the chat decide, and, the vote will be taken and completely done on the homies overtime, but, man, listen, I'm bowing down. I'm like, oh, my God. I thought I was going to be a beast, man, but, oh, my God, man. This dude got a whole tree on, B-Dirt. A whole tree.
Yeah. I'm not worthy. Keep it pushing.
I'm not
Listen,
worthy.
If it's one thing I do well, it's ugly.
Facts. Hey, so listen, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe. Make sure you share with all your people. We're out there on Fans First Sports Network, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google. We get on with the algorithms. Make sure you hit that algorithms and get the rhythms jumping. We need at least 150 people in the chat tonight, and we need at least 150 likes for sure.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Absolutely. And saying all that, let's get to the show. Hit it.
Yeah, we should let everybody be aware, Kevin Tate is on vacation, visiting family down in Florida, getting some sun. We did not run our takes by him for this episode, so he cannot be held responsible for what we say or do at this point in time.
You gave so that way he can't be incriminated with some of our takes.
Yeah, we're gonna let him off the hook.
Yeah.
No Tyrant Tate this week. I'm free.
A free and a Christmas tree, man. Free and a tree, bro. Can't believe it, man. But it's killing it. It's killing it, man. Hey, listen. So we're gonna do the rundown like we talked about. Oh, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody over there in the live chat. Jay Devil, John C, Steelers Girl, Afton, Kathy, Gavin. Man, we got all of Big E, all of our normals. I could run it down. It'd take me 10 minutes to just get through the normals that's out there. So we're going to wish you guys, all of our homie generals, Merry Christmas. Thank you for rocking with us as we're a couple of days and counting down to that special time of the year. So thank you guys because you've helped us grow as a channel and you rock with us every single week. Agreed, fellas? Agreed?
Agreed.
Best Christmas gifts.
Afton is carving a prime rib right now. We should all head out to Kansas. Let's go.
Hey, can I get a piece, man? I mean, ice freeze that joker and send it after for real.
I'm a center cut mid rare, please.
Yeah, I just want a piece.
Email me a piece of the butt. I'm good with that.
Absolutely.
Yo, you an end piece. You an end piece with the extra seasoning on it.
You like them burnt ends.
That's right.
He like
I want the burnt ends. I want the burnt.
Hey, man, so listen, we're going to get to it, man. First topic out the gate. The question is, will the Pittsburgh Steelers win any more games this season? Now, since Tay-Boy Fresh ain't in the building, I got to handle that, man. But before I get to it, I'm going to throw it over to my co-host, B-Dirt Pay. Outside looking in, do they win another game?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. Because usually Pittsburgh, you expect them to bounce back. You expect them to have a bad week. You're like, nah, it was an aberration. They'll bounce back. But man, it's been 3 weeks in a row. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. If you listen to Pay Dirt, I say, man, look, I am completely out. I don't trust that. I look crazy trying to talk serious with this thing on.
No, I'm focused in. Let's go.
Yeah, go.
So the remaining schedule, obviously, we got Cincinnati tomorrow, and you got Seattle and Baltimore. Seattle is playing for a playoff spot in the NFC, and Baltimore, they're trying to lock up number 1 in the conference. It is very likely that Pittsburgh won their last game Thanksgiving weekend. It's very likely.
Wow. Nah, bro. Come on, man.
It's incredibly likely.
Come on, bro.
Now, here's what I've got to say. I took, at the beginning of the year, the Steelers over 8.5 wins. 16 straight years I win that bet. So because I took that, I solely expect the Steelers have been ruining my life, my entire NFL fandom. So I expect the Steelers to win one more game and fall a game short of that. Just break my heart. Maybe even win one game and tie one just to, nah.
Well, if they win one and tie one, they'll be 8-1. Right?
And then he goes 500.
Yeah. So listen, I'm just going to be honest, man. There's absolutely no way that the Steelers should have dropped the 3 games that they dropped. There's absolutely no excuse. I don't care injuries. I don't care attitude. I don't care play calling. You can bring up whatever topic or whatever subject you want to bring in concerning their wins and losses. But the bottom line is they shouldn't have lost them. And now we're in a catch-22 because Tomlin could end up with his first losing season because 2 out of those last 3 games are losable. Matter of fact, 3 out of the last 3. They can lose to the Bengals. They can lose to the Baltimore Ravens, and they can lose to the Seattle Seahawks, right? And that would, in my estimation, that would kill everything, So, but the grit and the grind of the Steelers has always been some kind of way they figure out how to feel or get over 500. The difference between this year and other years is they usually rally down the end. Y'all remember last year when Kenny Pickett got hot and they won those games and all this, that, and this? They're in the arrow is like, how you got the up arrow? The arrow's down. It's red and down and it says 3-, right? And I think that the players, the messages went cold. Listen, if you guys didn't watch me on Pump Your Brakes on Wednesday and then watched us last Friday with the homies, and thank y'all for that 3K, without a shadow of a doubt, that 3K views. Listen, I went off about the coaching staff. I went off about the wide receivers. I went off about the quarterback room. And I went off about Coach Tomlin and the message going stale. So if I had to give it a percentage, 45-55, they don't win no more games.
Yeah. I don't understand like the George Pickens thing, right? Like his comments this week that he stopped blocking on a run play because he doesn't want to get rolled up on and have a Tank Dell situation.
Yeah.
Huh? You can't say that and look your teammates in the eye.
No. What's been up with wide receivers in Pittsburgh as of late? It's been the last 5 years? You just got confusing, receivers that you just don't. They just don't fit Pittsburgh. Pickens not one to block. You got Juju and Gideon Chase. Yeah, they just want to dance. They want to dance for views. They don't want to cut. They don't want to catch. They're doing it for clicks, not for wins. What's going on, man?
This is the deal, and I'll say this wholeheartedly: the handoff, the baton got dropped in the handoff between Juju Smith-Schuster and the guys they got now. See, the culture in Pittsburgh was normally we would draft guys in the 4th, 5th round, sometimes even the 3rd round, and we would stockpile guys and get them ready. I mean, you could take this all the way back to when they were doing that with Yancey Thigpen, with Andre Hastings, with Jeff Graham. They would stock. Just a few years ago, not too many years ago, we had young money. Emmanuel Sanders, Mike Wallace, Antonio Brown, with Hines Ward still there. So the last 2 drafts or 3 drafts, we haven't picked up one of those middle of the pack wide receivers that's not a prima donna that feels that he's entitled to what he has. Juju was a 2nd round pick, but he was an early 2nd round pick. But the handoff from Hines Ward to Juju was trash. And now you got these dudes like Deontay Johnson and George Pickens who feel that they are entitled. They're not entitled.
In the chat here, Steelers Girl said Juju would thump a guy at least, though. And you're right. And here's the thing, though. I don't have a problem with the talent. I think Deontay Johnson's a pretty talented guy. I think George Pickens is super talented. The problem is the culture and that being a Steelers player. You know what I mean? In college, you have the whole mythical Michigan man or this. Steelers have a certain way about them that's hard-nosed. It's not, I don't block because I'm afraid to get rolled on.
Facts. Pay, you agree?
I agree, man. Listen. Something's wrong with the culture up there. And we all lambasted Ben Roethlisberger when he said it, but I mean, it's pretty evident when you're hearing things like that. I don't want to block because I don't want to get hurt. Listen, man, it's football. Yeah. People get hurt. Yeah. You go out there and you got a chance of getting hurt. You do your job. The standard is the standard.
You got more of a chance getting hurt when you don't go full out.
That's correct.
Because the rest of the people around you are going full out.
That's correct.
Fact. That is total
Anybody
fact.
That's played football knows that.
Oh, yeah. On total facts. If you don't, and this is the thing about it. I don't know about you guys, but like I said, I played collegiate football, right? And the deal is this, is if the guy beside you is going 75 to 80%, man, your head is on a swivel.
Yeah.
Because anything can happen. So now I'm not focused 100% on what I'm supposed to do because the dude beside me can get me killed. That actually happened to me in college. I got hurt off of another guy, in my opinion, and this is a G-rated show, so I'm going to say half a dollar sign.
Little arse.
Doing his job. Yeah, it's Ed doing his job. That's how I got hurt.
Gavin Anthony said, I get Pickens' frustration about the offense, but not giving basic effort because of it only makes it worse. 100% right.
Man, dude, I don't disagree. And if you're supposed to be this talented guy, so this is the deal. Talented wide receivers make decent quarterbacks look good and make good quarterbacks look great. That's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh, it ain't working that way. It's the opposite. They're complaining about the quarterback play, and I'm like, dude, make a catch. Make a free. How many times has Deontay Johnson dropped the ball this year? How many times has George Pickens dropped the ball? How many times have you seen them half-heartedly run routes and try to get open? And, I've seen them when they're opposite side and they don't know they're getting the ball. They literally jog. Yeah. I've seen that like over and over and over again. So that's on you, bro. That's on you. And y'all know how I feel because I already said, put me in an 11-by-13 with Pickens and Deontay Johnson and lock the door. You know who coming out.
All right. Felicia said this is totally inappropriate, but she wants to see the gift under Pay's tree. Hey, now. Freaky Friday.
Hey, hold it.
Freaky Friday.
Man, I had a sign for that, but I don't even know what I did with it. Yeah, it is Freaky Friday. Pay. You watch yourself, young man.
I'm on my best behavior.
Felicia, I'm gonna say if you scan the internet enough, you might find
he out there like this. He out there like this. He out there rolling his neck. He out there killing it. Yeah, it's a lot out there.
G-rated.
I don't know about G-rated. It might be.
This is big G-rated, is what it is.
There you go, man. Hey, so listen, man. Just crossing over with that same topic. If the Steelers go 7-10, what happens to Kenny Pickett and what happens to Mike Tomlin?
Well, I can tell you what happens to one of them. Okay. And that's the guy whose job security is the least sure. That's Mr. Kenneth Pickett. Yeah. As of right now, going into your third season, it's make or break. My quarterback for my team is in that same situation. Going into your third season, it's make or break. You got to show something. And I'm gonna ask both of you: what has he shown? Has he shown that he's a franchise quarterback? Absolutely not. 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. No, absolutely not. He is. You might as well be looking for the next guy at this point. Yeah. So if you don't make the playoffs, if you don't turn this thing around, and you only got 3 weeks, so it's not much you can do. But right now is pretty damning on Kenny Pickett. I think that is the last card that Tomlin can play. Tomlin he can't blame any more offensive coordinators. He's done with that, right? He didn't had 3 of them in the last decade. You can't blame the more offensive coordinators. You can say, you know what, this quarterback we got, he's a backup. He's a backup, and the backups behind him are a few draft classes removed from being in the USFL. You can put your hands up to that, and maybe that extends Tomlin's leash, but Kenny Pickett's leash, it's razor thin.
B-Dirt?
Tim Lyons said that he's got Kenny Pickett going to the beach.
Hey man, Kenny Pickett ain't getting above. Kenny Pickett ain't getting above the beach, man.
Off the beach.
But here's a side way to look at this. The team pretty much fell apart when Kenny Pickett went down, right? When Mitch,
it was a wrap already. It was wrap.
You got to tell me that. I've been telling y'all for the longest, and y'all was mad at me for saying it. I've been saying y'all are paper tigers. This 7-2, 7-3 record, it ain't what it looks like.
Hey man,
but
why get bunched in with Tate, man? Well, who is y'all? Tate ain't here, man. I ain't get that. That's a direct comment towards Tate. That ain't got nothing to do with me, dog. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
But listen.
Go ahead.
Listen, but when you put Mitch in, it all went to sugar honey iced tea. It went all your issues became extremely visible. So It kind of does make Kenny look a little bit better in that light, and it fully puts on full display what I've been saying about Mitch for the longest. Yeah, doesn't belong in the league.
Yeah, my dad, as my dad would have said, went to hell in a handbasket.
That fast?
Yeah. Wow. Here's my take on this. Kenny Pickett, good, bad, or indifferent. When they fired Matt Canada midseason was his opportunity to show that it was not him.
Yeah.
Had a pretty good game against us the first game.
Facts.
Getting the tight ends involved, and the offense looked a little bit different. But then that injury, after looking a little bit pedestrian the following week, he desperately needs to get back here, at least for the last 2 games, and show something, or else you can cue the adios muchachos sign.
Oh, the adios muchachos is coming, but go ahead, keep going, bro.
Now I don't think the Steelers, because of the way the Steelers have, you talk about culture and the Steeler way and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Tomlin left next year is his last year in his contract. I don't see them making a move off of him this offseason.
Yeah.
I think they'll, maybe, hey, coming to Jesus, and this is a prove it year for you, to make sure you're not losing the voice and getting that standard back and the way we want to operate our team. Yeah. But I don't see them moving on in the offseason. I can see him moving on from Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. Okay. So, y'all know how I get down. Kenny Pickett is cooked. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. He's cooked. He is trying his best to rush back and play, and he's not ready.
He needs to.
But he's not ready. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Even his option to take the surgery that he took puts him in a position to where he can get cooked really fast. Like, he can get hurt and his career is over. This is not like you're putting a Band-Aid. He had a major surgery, right? And if you go and look at the most people that have this surgery, it's 4 to 6 weeks before you're ready to even do anything. And he's rushing back. And the reason why he's rushing back, because he knows, without a shadow of a doubt, it's adios muchachos. He's done. He's done. If Mason shows up and wins this game against the Bengals, he's definitely not playing anymore this year. But if they lose and they go 7-10, guess what, Pittsburgh? Something that we can say that we ain't happened in a long time. We might have close to a top 10 pick. And if the Steelers get a top 10 pick, we're going to get the dude. We're going to find a franchise quarterback, either via trade or either via draft. We're going to get the quarterback.
And there's a deep quarterback draft this year too.
Absolutely.
Maybe 5 in the first round, maybe, if not more, after pro days and everything.
Caleb Williams, Drake May, Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix,
Jalen
Daniels, maybe JJ McCarthy, and depending on how Quinn Ewers play, Quinn Ewers. There's 7. There ain't but 32 picks in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, you got to go, and professional football, you got to have a quarterback where you can look up and you say he is him. Smoke and mirrors only last so long. Like Joe Flacco's doing it with Band-Aids and Scotch tape and all whatever else. And, he probably taking a steroid shot before every game because just to keep his legs and stuff moving. That's probably why he throwing for 400 yards a game, by the way, for all you Browns fans out there. But you can't sustain winning in the NFL unless, and I will point this out, the culture is right. I.e., why I've been saying for like 3 weeks now, B-Dirt, you can check me, Pay, you can check me. The Bengals culture is better than the Steelers. It's better. They circled the wagons around Browning, and Browning's out there killing them. The Steelers ain't doing that around their quarterback. I ain't seen it. So until we get a franchise quarterback, he's out the door. And I don't know. I don't think they'll fire Tomlin. They'll let Tomlin walk on his own recognizance, in my opinion. But the pressure is going to be on him. Oh, absolutely. 17 seasons, no losing seasons. Been to 2 Super Bowls, got 1 Super Bowl victory. Come on, bro. He deserves that. He's earned that. We've only had 3 coaches in 55 years. Stop the nonsense about fire Tomlin. You sound crazy, right? And I promise you this much, Steeler Nation, since we're in this conversation. If we fired him, he'd be the first coach in NFL history to have a job within 24 hours.
Well, I don't. Why would you fire him when you know you can trade him?
Facts.
You're at least going to get something back for him.
Total facts, Peter. Heck, how much did they give up for Peyton? How much Sean Payton get? What Denver give up to get him?
What did he get? 2 firsts and a second or something like that?
I believe it was 2 firsts.
Yeah. So they're not going to fire him, but they could trade him, or they'll let him walk on his own recognizance. So Tomlin's, in my opinion, no matter what, is safe. But KP8, he's cooked. It's over.
The Broncos sent a first and a second to the Saints for Sean Payton. The Saints sent back a 3rd round.
Okay. Swapped a 2nd and 3rd and they got a 1st round out of it.
Yeah. The Steelers are going to have to get a legitimate offensive coordinator and probably get a new DC and clean house with the players. Now, who's traded might be Deontay Johnson and George Pickens. They might be traded. It's time to clean some rooms up. That's just my opinion, fellas. That's just my opinion. Any final thoughts before we get off that topic and make a quick commercial break, fellas?
Just want to point out real quick that while we were yapping about all that, Kevin Tate and I have put a $25 wager on the game Saturday. So a little something on that.
Put it on the board. Yes.
I mean,
25 Bengals.
I've got more than that on it. Giving up points, so getting it even on. I'll bet whatever he wants to bet.
Hey, can we get that super chat put up from Tim Lyons?
Super chat.
We got a $2 super chat.
Yeah. No,
While we're waiting to give Tim his screen time, we can go ahead and read it off. Tomlin's heart ain't in it. Your thoughts? I'm gonna start with you, G.
Absolutely. I believe that's a. I believe not so much that his heart's not in it. I think he's just totally frustrated with his current players, and I think this frustration has been going on for a while because Tomlin was frustrated at Kevin Colbert, and then Omar Khan now has done a decent job. His draft is still pretty good. That class, they haven't figured out how to use all of them yet, but the class definitely is good. So I think that the frustration started with Kevin Colbert in the front office, and then now it's with these guys that got picked by the Steelers who's there. Tomlin done went off. You can't tell me he ain't went off on Deontay Johnson, ain't went off on George Pickens, ain't went off on Levi Wallace, trash. Ain't went off on Chooks. You can't tell me he ain't went off on those guys. But
how about this, G? How about this? Would you trade Tomlin right now? And as you say, his heart's not in it. Would you trade it is crazy to say this, the quote unquote heartless Tomlin for Todd Haley?
No.
Mark Malone's drinking too much eggnog. Come on now, man.
What Mark Malone say?
He said Steelers should get rid of worthless Tomlin and bring back Haley as head coach.
Never. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Blame it on the eggnog.
I might hit him with take a left. No, I'm gonna get him with kick rocks. Kick rocks, man. Kick rocks. There's no way.
What is Todd Haley doing nowadays?
If Tate was here, he'd be in the Matrix already.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing nothing. Todd Haley's doing absolutely nothing. He's just chilling somewhere. So he's not gonna. The Steelers have to go young with OC and DC.
Wasn't he coaching in Canada or USFL or something?
Dog, if it don't have the brand on it, bro, if it don't have that seal with a shield, it means absolutely nothing.
He might be in the Bermuda Triangle with the Arizona Cardinals last coach, Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, they haven't had a sighting with Kingsbury since he got canned. So I mean, don't nobody know where Kingsbury's at and what he's doing.
Recently the head coach of the Memphis Showboats, United States Football League,
Todd Haley.
Yep.
What's their record?
Trash. Their record is tire fire. I guarantee it. What's the record? I'm looking. Straight tire fire.
Well, I know they've got 0 league championships, 0 conference championships, and 0 division championships.
Trash.
We got records.
Tire fire.
No, that's not.
They got to go young, all OC, and in my mind, they got to go young DC.
They were 5-5.
Come on, dog. We'll be right back in mediocrity. 9-8, 8-9. We got to go young, man. We have to go young and now I'm gonna say something controversial. Then we're gonna go to break. You might have to trade off some of those pieces. You might have to trade off Minka. Get an extra first round. God forbid, and I don't want to make this statement, but it's a hard deal. If you're going to start it over and reset everything, I know we could get a whole lot for number 9-0. We could get a whole lot for 9-0.
All right. Okay. We can go to break now.
I'm just saying.
You went overboard now. You went overboard.
There's going to be a guy knocking on your door in about 15 minutes with a cup.
There's nobody that's safe. Hey, we got another super chat from
I like this one.
Oh,
$10. We appreciate you. Merry Christmas, man. It says Marcus Freeman as head coach, Hines Ward wide receiver coach, and a franchise who? Who did he say franchise?
QB and a franchise quarterback.
I ain't mad at
S. Dresden. Thank you for your input.
Absolutely. I ain't mad at Mark. You talking about Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame? I ain't mad at that.
Huh?
I ain't mad at that. We got to go young, man. If Tomlin's got to go, we got to go young. But I want a young OC and a young DC.
Ooh,
give me somebody out of Miami. Breaks. Yeah, no. Give me somebody out of Miami.
Claude wants you to stop it.
Matrix, Claude. I need somebody out of Miami and somebody out of San Francisco.
You're right on this.
Straight up.
I agree with you, Claude.
All right, man. We got to take a quick commercial break. We got to pay some bills on the Homies podcast. Sitting around Christmas edition, talking crazy about the Steelers. We're gonna flip the script when we come back from the commercial. Talk about some of those other AFC North teams. Thank you guys for listening. Give us about 10, 15 seconds. Reset this. We're going to plug the commercials and all whatever else after it's done. And we'll be right back on Fans First Sports Network, Steel Curtain Network, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Give us 10. And we're back with the Homies Christmas edition. Merry New Year. Happy Christmas. All that other stuff that was said when we were kids on different shows. And y'all make sure you hit them algorithms, man. What we looking like in the likes in the live chat, fellas? I ain't had a chance to check, man. What we looking like over there?
You're not doing too good. You're not doing too good. Eight likes. Come on. We got more people watching than that.
Pay's in charge of likes. I'm in charge of the super chats.
Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Get them algorithms jumping. Get them likes jumping. We appreciate y'all. Y'all been with us all year. I know I see 50,000 people over there in that live chat. And I know that's a high number, but there's a lot of folks over there. So I'll just going over, hit the like button, give us a Christmas present. And we appreciate you guys rocking with us on Steel Curtain Network, Fans First Sports Network, Homies Podcast. Fellas, B-Dirt, Pay. What's cracking, fellas? What's cracking?
Man, I can't wait to get some rum cake and some 7-Up cake. That's fine.
Ooh, 7-Up cake, underrated.
Very underrated. Very underrated. Holiday treat.
Absolutely. Oh, and by the way, we need your votes for the best Christmas outfit on the show. I think I've already bowed down, and I think B-Dirt is already too, but we need your votes in the live chat. You know, I'm in the baby blue. I'm the grumpy Santa. B-Dirt's got the Listen, Christmas jumping off with the pizzeria tree.
I got a pizza here, and in overtime, you'll see the secret to the pizza tree. May get me back in the running. Maybe give me a little bit up. I might get a little boost from it. A little boost.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for that. Yeah, come in. Check us out overtime.
Absolutely. And then we got the Ultimo Dragon tree down there at the bottom. A whole Christmas tree outfit by Payday, man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. I bow down. And if I don't win, I'm not going to be mad because, I mean, you hit it out of the park, bro. You hit it out of the park for sure. And we haven't told you guys already in the live chat, Merry Christmas, man. So, next topic, fellas. The Bengals' likelihood of winning 2 out of the last 3 games. The floor is yours.
It is quite interesting what's going on in Cincinnati. We left them for dead when Joe Burrow hurt his wrist and was out for the season. They turned they're actually playing better now than they were when they had Joe Burrow.
Ooh.
And I don't want to say something salacious or inflammatory and say, is there a quarterback controversy? Because that's sports radio talk. We're not gonna go that far. But absolutely. I do want to ask, is this smoke and mirrors? Is this a good thing for the quarterback room of Cincinnati? Or is this more the offensive coordinators being just that damn good in Cincinnati?
I'm gonna say not just that damn good. What I'm gonna say is they finally got their head out of their arse. Because all year I was complaining they're running the ball 11 times, 8 times, 13 times a game, and you cannot do that because we don't have a great offensive line. It's better than it has been the past couple of years, but it's not great. And you can't let people just pin their ears back. I mean, as a defensive lineman, all they want to know in life is that you have no threat of running the ball, make you one-dimensional, and just all I got to do is get off the ball, go at the quarterback. So recently, Chase Brown's gotten into the mix now. We're getting over those 20 carries a game. And and we're still throwing a ball 25, 30 times.
Facts.
But it hasn't hurt the offensive output. It hasn't hurt. It's been the exact opposite. It's got single man on some of our single safety on some of our looks. It's changed the way people are playing us because we've been able to run the ball effectively. Did you know right now that Joe Mixon leads the AFC North in rushing?
I knew it. I didn't know that. I absolutely knew
not all players, just out of running backs, right?
That's not true.
Not all players.
Lamar Jackson's second.
Absolutely. What? I didn't know that. That is total facts. Great facts, Peter. Great, absolutely great facts. True.
He's got like 840, and I think Lamar's got 7-something.
Yep. That is facts. Hey, Tim Lyons gave us another super chat. You guys, we're just having a little technical difficulty. Sorry about it. I'll be able to get it up there. Tim, thank you for the 2. Merry Christmas. He said, run the damn ball. That's what's got to happen. Run the damn ball. So, B-Dirt, Pay, I'm still listening. What's going on?
Keyshawn tried to tell you.
Hear him say that 4 times at least an episode over at Running Through the Jungle.
Yeah. Run the damn ball. I feel it, man. Hey, so just a little pivot or great segue. Do we give more credit to the Bengals quarterback room for saving the season? Or is it the OC? We hinted at it a little bit. I just want to know if you had to give a percentage, 60-40, 80-20, 90-10, which way does this thing lean? B-Dirt, I'm going to start with you, man, because we talking about the Bengals.
I like the 60-40 play call.
60-40?
Yeah.
So I mean, the OC.
Listen, Browning's been playing. It's not the OC. It's the head coach. He calls the plays. Zach Taylor.
So, okay.
Yeah. Callahan has input and everything, but he doesn't call the plays. I'm just saying. But I also think that our start that was, 1-3 was also caused by that same play calling. So I'm not willing to give him a free pass. You know what I mean? Wow. I just think he righted the ship. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But Jake Browning coming in and playing with the poise he has, I mean, you can't undersell that. It's definitely important too. It doesn't seem like the moment's too big for him. He doesn't get, flustered. He stays in rhythm. Now, last week, we saw he got sacked 5 times. I'm going to say 4 of them were his own fault, holding the ball too long, trying to make too much out of it. Cannot do that against the Steelers because Tim Lyons said it on our podcast. You got have a clock in your head when you're playing the Steelers because it's 1,000, 2,000 watt.
Yeah, 90, 56, all day and night. Pay percentage.
I'm going with the OC just like B Dirt said.
Yeah,
but I'm going higher than 60-40.
Ooh.
I'm close. I'm inching up to 75. I'm putting it like 72.5. I think the OC, if they continue down this path and mess around and get into the playoffs, sneak into the playoffs, that OC is going to be a head coach for somebody next year. It's getting there.
This is not a Bengals podcast. So I don't want to go into the stuff that they've been doing, but to your point, Pay, early in the season, they were trying to run wide zone and tosses and stuff with Mixon, not his forte. Now it's Chase Brown, or you see Charlie Jones or Jamar Chase before he got injured. So they've made some adjustments also in who they're running certain plays with that have been very good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the name of the game, being able to adjust, being able to put your players in the best position to be successful. And all of those menial details that get lost in the wind, that's important. But let me tell you something. What's the number one banner headline out there is, hey, he made a winner out of a quarterback 2. Jake Browning, never heard of him. Turned that team into a win. Let's see what he could do with my quarterback.
Yeah. Hey, Steelers girl said, she said, our linebackers are straight off the Walmart payroll at this point.
Great value linebacker.
Wow.
I remember a certain episode of the Homies before the season, and we was ranking positional rooms.
Yeah.
I kind of remember there was a little pushback I think everybody agreed that the Ravens had the best linebacker room. I think that was the case.
Absolutely.
But I remember there being a lot of like, hey, the Steelers have great linebackers too.
Yeah. I remember that from a certain somebody who's missing the Christmas special right now, but I'm gonna leave him out of there and let him enjoy his flight to wherever he's going. Hey, so listen. I'll say this, and we're gonna jump off the topic. The issue is for in my opinion, for the Bengals, Beater, maximum effort, man. They bought in.
Effort, toughness. Yeah, I agree. Now listen, things are gonna get weird now. With we have been porous. One of the worst teams, if not the worst team against the run in the league, and now we don't have DJ Reader. Yeah. So it's going to be up to Lou Anarumo to scheme how that works.
Well, that game's going to come down to who can run the ball right up between the tackles. Yeah, for the Steelers and the Bengals. Whoever is successful running in between them two tackles is going to win that game tomorrow night for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. All right, listen, man.
Big E Bronco said Denver players is straight off the Walmart. All of the Denver players.
That's not true.
He's punting on the Broncos.
You got Patrick Surtain, man. Stop it.
Oh, no, he said it's because Walmart owns the Broncos. Okay.
Okay. All right, I get it.
Yeah, all right. I see Mr. Jimmy Dean's comments.
What he said?
The safeties on the Steelers are from Dollar General! !
Mickey ain't from no. Listen, I'm about to get him with the sign. I was trying to give people passes tonight because it's Christmas. You get to kicking rocks, man. Minka Fitzpatrick is not from Dollar General, dog. Minka Fitzpatrick is a top 5 safety in the league.
That's right, man.
He's had a lot of injuries.
Give him his props. Dollar Tree at least.
He's a Nordstrom. He's a Nordstrom guy.
Yeah, maybe not Neiman Marcus. Maybe not Neiman Marcus.
Not
Nordstrom's rack, but maybe not Neiman Marcus, but definitely. I'll say at least Macy's. I mean,
Saks off Fifth.
Say again.
Saks off Fifth.
A little short of that. Just short.
Saks on. It's gonna run you pretty penny running in that store, bro. It's gonna run you. The sale stuff is $400-500.
You there's no red bottoms right beside Minka. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's a little short of that.
Facts. I don't disagree. Don't disagree at all. All right, man. We're gonna shift and pivot. We're going to the Baltimore Ravens, man. Yeah. Maybe the game of the season. Maybe a Super Bowl preview.
There you go.
Ravens 49ers Super Bowl preview to close out Monday Night Football for this week, man. I mean, listen, the best 2 teams with the best 2 records. What a Christmas present on Monday night, man. Hey, do what you do, bro.
Listen, double 11-3 records.
Yeah.
Double tough defenses. Double teams that love to run the ball in the gaps, get in the alley and hit you. Oh, this is a throwback game. I cannot wait. And they put it on Christmas. This is a gift. This is a gift to us all. Goodell came out here and said, you know what? Thanks for making the NFL the best game in the world. I got a gift for you. I'm gonna give you the Super Bowl preview on Christmas.
Yeah.
We should all be so lucky. It's going to be a great game. You got 2 of the top 3 MVP front runners right now, Lamar and Brock Purdy. Some people even put CMC in that category. I mean, I wouldn't argue with them, but running backs and MVPs don't really go in the same conversation anymore. But it's the stars are there. Lamar, Purdy, CMC. You got a Bosa, Roquan Smith. Chase Young, well, I'm not calling him a star, but Debo, yeah. Listen.
Ayuk, George Kittle. There's some hitters out there, man.
This game is gonna be fireworks on both sides of the ball. I cannot wait. Now, let's get into who wins. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks because I saw this game coming up, and I wanted to get out there early with this take. The San Francisco 49ers are not weak in any area of the game. Not in one area. They make
best team in football.
No, they are. I will agree. They are the best team in the NFC. Most complete team in the NFL. But they are vulnerable in one key area. You can run the ball on them straight at them. If you try to get out there and get in space, you're gonna get something. You're gonna get hit in the mouth. But if you go right at them in between a tackle, you can have some success. And what do the Baltimore Ravens do? Their best thing they do all season on offense, they run the ball. They come at you with a hat with construction helmets on, steel toe boots. They coming for you. This is gonna be a lot of. I saw it on DraftKings. San Francisco was a 5.5 point favorite.
Yeah,
this game is gonna be a lot closer than that. It's gonna be closer than that.
Ooh. So we're gonna take another quick commercial break, and I'm gonna come back with B-Dirt's comments concerning this game because I think I want to hear what he has to say, and I also want to hear B-Dirt your comments concerning Mitchell and the injury to Mitchell, the running back for the Ravens. Mm-hmm. So give us about 10 seconds. We're gonna pause, jump right back in. You're watching the Homies Podcast on Steel Curtain Network, Fans First Sports Network, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and live on YouTube. We'll see y'all in 10. And we're back with the Homies Podcast, rocking out Christmas show, Fans First Sports Network. Man, we getting right to it. B-Dirt. Pay was talking strong about them dang on Baltimore Ravens. They had a major injury with the running back, Mitchell. Hey, he's saying they're going to run right at him. Can they beat them now? Because now it's Gus Edwards or bust.
Yes, and Mitchell was that lightning in a bottle for them, right? He had a little more of that juice, a little more of that big playability. Gus Edwards, good back, but I don't fear Gus Edwards. So now it's Gus Edwards, or your fear goes to Lamar, right?
Yeah.
That's the guy that's got to be the lightning in the bottle and lightning rod difference.
Yep.
Solid point up the middle. That's probably the one place you can attack the 49ers defense. I'm glad that we played them before they got Chase Young, because now you got to pick your poison on who you chip and who you give help to. But on offense, I mean, they're just rolling on all cylinders right now. If you listen to Pay Dirt, you're welcome, because I know you had a really good Christmas this year, because we've been on fire.
Total facts.
We finally had one losing week in 15 weeks, Big G.
Yeah. Y'all been on fire. I got to give credit where credit's due. Y'all been handling your business.
So Pay's been riding with the Baltimore Ravens all year. I've been off of them or against them most of the year. I've been doing pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm against them again this week. I got in on it at 5.5. It's up to 6 now. 6. I think it's going to be a touchdown game, but 7 to 10 point game. But here's the thing: if it's going to be a 2 touchdown game, in no way, shape, or form do I trust the Ravens to win this game by 2 touchdowns. But I could see San Francisco doing it, especially at home, and Baltimore having to fly over to the West Coast. So I like the 49ers in this game. I just think too many weapons. And I thought that Matthew Stafford showed that you can get some chunk plays and some passing yards on this team. They hadn't really played the Bengals were the one passing team that they played. They played us early in the year when we were really screwing the pooch. And I think that their numbers are a little bit fraudulent on their pass defense. So I'm taking it.
I just want and hope this is a great game. I don't want to dog either team out. I think that both teams legitimately have a legitimate chance to make it to the Super Bowl. A, number one, because they're healthy. B, number two, because they're playing the best football. I think that Mitchell injury is going to be a lot more pivotal to Baltimore than it is the 49ers. But I'm just going to say this, man. When the 49ers get on a roll, there ain't nobody can stop them. When they get on a roll, and I mean, I'm talking about Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, McCarthy, the fullback, number 44. I mean, they just destroy you, and you don't know. And I love the play calling because you don't know which way it's coming. I love OC and I love play calling. You don't know how it's coming. They'll give you the same look 19 times, and you don't know which guy's getting the ball. And they run inside cut routes better than any team in the whole of all of football. Their inside route running is the best.
The other thing I like about this game, I mean, this is one that I'm really excited to watch because on both sides of the defense, when there's defensive players that I want to watch, like Roquan Smith is amazing to watch. Hamilton, amazing to watch. Queen, good to watch. Like there's some guys on that defense. Then you got on the other side of the ball, you got Bosa, Young, Warner, exciting players. Like there's going to be some fun stuff like defensive hits and things like that.
Facts. Pay.
Can I
thoughts on it before we jump topics?
Yeah, I just want to point this out. The young man that got hurt, Keaton Mitchell, that's the Ravens' 4th running back, just on the depth chart, just FYI.
Who plays outside of Gus Edwards? Who plays Gus Edwards and who?
Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, and who else am I missing?
I know you ain't talking about the guard. You ain't talking about the guard that play fullback.
Yeah. But it's another person I'm blanking on, but Keaton Mitchell, he was really a change of pace back. He's fast. Yeah, I don't think he's ever had 10 carries in a game this season. Yeah. But they can survive without Keaton Mitchell. That was my point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Last topic before we do our closeout. Tay Boy Fresh told me to put you on the bench. He said you're going to the bench. He told me, he said, make sure you get on the bench today. That you were wrong about the Browns from the beginning of the season, and he wants you to eat crow. That's what he said. He said, you've been wrong all year, and you go to the bench about the Browns. So I want to hear your rebuttal. Go and get him, man. Go and get him. He ain't here. Tear him up.
I would like to point out that I think we all were wrong about the Browns. You all were a little bit more complimentary about them. Yes. I was defiant of saying, like, they're not going to be a good team. They're going to be the exact 6-7 win team this season as they were last year. I was wrong. I have no problem saying that. I'm not wrong often. So I would definitely say that I was wrong about them. They have impressed me. They pulled a guy out of the off the street, out of the cemetery, and made him into a viable quarterback. He might be the second best quarterback in the division right now.
Might be facts. Might be facts.
Joe Flacco came out and threw almost 400 yards last week, and I have no idea how they pulled it. Well, I know how he did that last week. He was playing a terrible team, but regardless of such, the Browns are legit. That defense is nothing to play with. You know, they might make the playoffs with their 5th quarterback of the season. What kind of team has so many wins from different quarterbacks in the season? That's remarkable. Credit to them, but I'm not gonna say nothing else.
And the loss of Nicky Chubb too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nicky Chubb.
You forgot that they lost your boy Chubby.
Yeah. Yeah. He said to the bench, pay you go. He said you in timeout. He said if the Matrix was here, you'd be all in it. Bench. So hey, B-Dirt, is it fair to put Pay in the bench?
No.
Why not? Why not?
For what? For having an opinion?
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Keaton Mitchell is the 2nd leading rusher and running backs behind Gus Edwards for the Baltimore Ravens with 396 yards. And on top of that, 8.4 yards a carry this season.
Oh, he's electric. He can, if he hits the hole, well, if he gets a little bit of a Freaky Friday, if he gets a little bit of space, he can take it a while. He can take it a while. But no disagreement there.
Pause everywhere. Edit, delete, rewind, edit. Man.
Bad, get the clipping that out. Clip that out.
For sure. Hey,
mark the time.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta do some post-production to fix that. Hey, so listen, man. Great show. We to the end, man. You know how we get out at the end. Everybody that's watching this. Hey, and we appreciate all those comments, man. We have had so many comments in the live chat tonight. But y'all, please make sure you hit them algorithms. Get them algorithms jumping. You know how we do on the Homies Podcast. Like, share, send it to your friends. Check us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can find us on FFSN, which is Fans First Sports Network. We are across the world, it seems like, in social media to be able to find the content of the homies. But y'all been rocking with us tonight, so we appreciate that rhythm for sure.
And listen, Big G and Pay are on 92% of the Fans First Sport Network podcasts. They're on everything.
Yeah, maybe. We're across the board, man. We're all over the place, man. And that's a good thing. That's actually a great thing.
Big G was even on Run Through the Jungle this week. He was on our network.
Hey,
Strange Love.
B-Dirt, I promise you, that was some of the best fun I've ever had doing a podcast. I actually had fun with you and Tim, man. That was fun.
Yeah,
it didn't get derogatory. It didn't get, there was a lot of respect on both squads. Very knowledgeable on everybody with the facts they was hitting them with. So, man, I had great time on that one.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. We have a podcast called Strange Love, our crossover. When we're playing other teams, we have other teams on. Listen, I don't understand why everybody gets upset, starts throwing stones at the other teams, and then you see people fighting and saying ugly stuff. Like, we talk trash, we have a little fun with it or whatever, but it's no need to go overboard. You can't play football with one team. Can't do it.
At least I didn't have to fight Mod and tell him Dak was trash. Because I'm saying that until the Crows come home. He's garbage. But anyway, man. Anyway, B-Dirt, do them dirty, dog. Somebody's getting lit up for Christmas. It's a shame. Somebody's getting a lump of coal.
It's not somebody this week in the Christmas spirit. It's going to be something instead. It's going to be a little easier to stomach here. But, well, I guess if this links to you, maybe take it personally. I don't really care. Humble brag here. Very humble brag. I'm an elite gift giver.
Oh, elite.
If I get you a gift, it's normally well thought out. It doesn't always have to be the most expensive thing, but I'll spend the money if I need to. It's just got to be the right thing for the right person.
He's him.
So what I'm doing dirty this week, gift cards. Listen, the only way a gift card is acceptable is if you have somebody that you have to get something for that you don't know anything about. Like maybe at work, you have to give somebody gift cards, whatever. You don't know anything about them. Okay, maybe then you can get away with giving a gift card. But in that case, don't give them something if you don't know they use it. Like, don't give them a Chick-fil-A gift card. You don't know if they like Chick-fil-A. It might be a Popeyes guy. You know what I mean?
Facts. Total facts.
Starbucks. I've gotten Starbucks gift cards. I don't drink coffee. I'm one of the few people I know don't drink coffee ever. Don't get down with it.
Got a great bakery.
An average bakery. And
I don't drink coffee either. I don't drink coffee either. So, I'm with you.
And I'm telling you, like, if you're going to get a gift card, it has to be somebody that you don't know anything about. Give them a Visa gift card so they can use it on whatever they want to. But if you know something about the person, take the time and a little bit of effort to get something that means something to them. It doesn't take much these days. You can do it online. There's a million places you can go online. Uncle Jeff Bezos will bring that to your house in 48 hours.
Facts.
Get on your phone and find something for them. Gift cards. Done dirty.
Done dirty. Payday. What you got, bro?
Just quick in defense of gift cards. Kids love gift cards, especially, these kids that's in Roblox and playing 2K. They love Roblox bucks, VC cards, all that goes for them. That's personalized though. You know what I mean? That's knowing that kid, and that kid actually can put that stuff on there. That's a little bit different. That's a good call out there, Pat.
Cool.
All right, that's all I have to say about that one. Now,
do it with your chest, bro. Do it with your chest.
Let's do it. Let's get this.
Flexing the tree. Yeah.
You can strong tree.
That's
Tree.
What I'm about. Yes, sir.
All right.
The wood is strong in that tree.
Oh,
wait, what?
Pause. Edit. Oh my God, Santa Claus done came.
I'm gonna get a lump of coal now.
Santa Claus done say, "Can I came?"
Ho, gentlemen. Ho, homies.
We got old Santa Claus bad in the building.
Hey, fellas, great show. Once again, I
Yeah,
listened to the
Santa.
whole thing. Absolutely loved it. I tell you what, I couldn't help it. I heard all this great love for what B Dirt's wearing, what Big G's wearing, and then Pay's winning the whole thing. I just had to go full Santa.
That's
bad
nice.
Santa.
And look, he got gifts behind him. He's trying to pack them too and get them ready for that dang old sleigh too, man.
There you go. We're ready. We're ready to rock here. The Steeler Nutcrackers there. We're ready to go.
Yes, sir.
But hey, I just wanted to take the time, fellas.
Yeah.
And I know Tate's not here. Had a chance to talk to him. I appreciate all that Tate does. I appreciate you, Big G, you, B Dirt, Pay. Fantastic work, not just for what we do here at Steel Curtain Network, but what all you do on Fans First Sports Network too. You guys were fantastic. I love you. And remember, we can't do this without everybody in the live chat, everybody listening on their way to work, at work. Just they're in the car for some reason. They're turning on and they rely on you guys. And so I really appreciate all you do. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and 2024 is going to be epic.
Oh, my God. Is it ever? Is it ever? Bad. We got one more topic. We got to let Pay get it before we get out of here. Pay, do it with your chest, bro. Stick it with your chest.
All right. I don't know if y'all noticed about me, but I hate quarterbacks from Green Bay. Despise them.
Total facts.
I'm not going to hide it any longer. I'm just let everybody know now. I don't like them people. They never give me what I want. This is the giving season, and I never get what I want from those quarterbacks from Green Bay. And the one thing I've asked for this season, this holiday season, is to see Aaron Rodgers fail in spectacular fashion. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. They always do this to me. It's whether it's beating my team, losing on purpose so they can screw my team out of a playoff appearance, stealing from people in Mississippi. It's whatever the case may be. They continuously don't give me what I want for Christmas. This week on the Pat McAfee show, the former Green Bay Packers quarterback showed up on there and had to say that he was not quite 100%. But if he were, he'd be pushing the play.
Oh.
He went on to say it was very unrealistic from the team, underline that word, the team, to believe that he'd be able to play at any point this season. But maybe if the Jets were still a little bit more competitive, maybe if they still had a shot to make the playoffs, he would be able to get out there. Give me a break. And I'm not talking about the one in his lower leg. You were never coming back at any point this time. You are attention-seeking man diva. I am sick of it. I was rooting for you to step back into the ring with science on a nationally televised game and to lose. I wanted that so bad for Christmas, but once again, I got robbed of joy. In 2024, please can I have what I want? I want to see the Packers QBs lose their long fights against science and the penal system. Please, Bad Santa, please help me out.
Hey, and saying all that, please make sure you check us out and give us about 10 minutes. We're going to be on the Homies Overtime. You can find that on Fans First Sports Network. But for the Steel Curtain Network, me, B-Dirt, Pay, and old Bad Santa in the building. Thank you guys for listening. We'll check you guys out next week on Steel Curtain Network, the Homies Podcast. Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas. Have a great Christmas, and we'll see you guys next week.